Shalom, shalom, brethren. All praise to the most holy Ahaya Shohaya, Bahashim Mashiach Yishai, Wakwadash Rock. It's your Akshama, right, of the Holy Seat of Jeshurun. Set up our offspring of the Most High's chosen peculiar treasure, his people, seeking to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, the faith in the Mashiach Yishai, walking all the fruits of the Kodash Rock power, right? We're in the preparation. Pray y'all have a productive and efficient and prudent preparation day. Pray y'all keeping the Most High praises in your mouth, blessing him, honoring him, lifting him up, because he's worthy to be praised, right? Like I said, we're in the preparation, it's about 1:30 right now, and getting kind of loud, right? It's getting kind of loud over here, right? Um, First off, as you can see, we straight, right? We straight, 100%, glory to the Most High. We had to move, right? So there's a lot going on the past week, just with our living conditions. We had to move. I wanted to stay in the back, by the mountain, but the scripture says we got to dwell with Moab. So during the summer season, they moved back to the first part, basically where I was at last summer, and so I had to move back up here to the front. So, but yeah, man, we was asleep. I guess about a week ago now, we was asleep. Once I woke me up around 1:30 in the morning, went to use the bathroom, sat down. No more than 5 minutes later, I started hearing all the fireworks, man. Started hearing drones, missiles screaming. And it was loud, man. It was loud. It was live. It was real live, straight up. And it wouldn't stop. It was going on for hours, right? Mind you, I told you I hadn't been watching the internet, so I didn't know what that is. Iran had gave them a countdown or none of that. So I didn't even know they warned them like that. I was like, what? So I'm just hearing the stuff, and I'm thinking, man, is a war starting right now, or because it just kept going? And usually you hear the bombs from a certain direction, but it seemed like they were coming from the whole, like my whole right side, or the whole, eastern of the border of Israel and the western border of Jordan, which would be to my right. It seemed like this whole coast to my right was just going off, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, what is going on, Because there's always bombs. But that night I was like, it's a lot going on. And it stops like 4:30. It's like from like 1:30, 1:38, 1:39 till about 4:30. It was just bombing, 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 bombing. And so woke up in the morning and I walked to the front up here where I'm at now to ask the locals, like, yo, we moving today? And we were discussing that, and one of them was like, oh, you heard bombing last night? I said, yeah. And he said, Iran, they bombed Philistine. That's what they call Israel. They call it Philistine, Palestine, whatever. They bombed Philistine, 160 drone, right? And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And so we know what the scriptures say, we know exactly what they say, and we see these things coming to pass in our lifetime, in our, right before our eyes. And so I'm not against, these things, man, because, like I tell you all the time, you gotta be careful to pray on what you pray for. You can't pray against prophecy. You can't pray against the things that are written of old. They're going to happen. So, like I said, I'm just watching. We got the blueprint, we got the prophecies, we got the word. We're just watching, what's happening. And so, my daughter, then she got in contact later on that day with some of her friends here who live throughout Jordan. As I tell you, it was like all throughout Jordan. And they were saying that up in the cities where they're at, projectiles hitting the ground, some are getting shot down, some of them falling down and blowing up in the street. I'm pretty sure y'all done seen the pictures. If you haven't, there's a lot of pictures of craters in the street and certain buildings getting, stuff falling up on them. You know, um, it's a lot going on. It's it's some things going on, that don't have nothing to do with us. There's some things going on, but the scripture said these things have to happen, right? The holy remnant, they are going to possess, as the scripture says, the desolate places, right? So some things got to happen to that land over there, Israel. Some things have to happen to it, according to the Bible, right? And so, moved up here, glory to the Most High, and the Spirit tell me don't hop right back on, and just, because I was telling you, that takes up a lot of my time. I can get caught up with just checking up on information. I was like, you know what, just let me take my time. My spirit's feeling so blessed. I will say, y'all, the time when I wasn't like being online, I'm not talking about doing videos. I'm just talking about just not looking up stuff, just looking in the Most High, man. I've been feeling super blessed, super blessed. Almost to a point where when I got back up here, and a couple times that I did turn my phone to check, news, I feel like I was doing something like kind of like wrong, because I'm feeling like Most High took me to a certain place and stay there, and so I've been easing myself, and I only looked at a couple of videos within the last couple of days just to see what's been going on, you know. And the Medes are definitely stirred up, like the Bible says, right? I don't believe they'll take a bribe. I don't believe they want a gift. I believe they're just fed up with dealing with wicked, evil people, right? And so they're doing their thing, and all their proxies all around. A couple days ago, they start doing some more too, doing some more. It's really weird why, these people in the land that call themselves the people, they're surrounded. Like, you surrounded. What are you thinking? Like, everybody can basically jump you and you can be done easy, quick. I don't know what they thinking. Like, their gig is up because everyone knows they're not the people. Like, you got by a lot because people thought you were the people, but now you're not the people. So it's like, you should just get up, pack it up, and leave. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Ukraine. Like, a lot of these things that are coming out, that's what a lot of them are going to be doing, going back, trying to go back to Ukraine. That's their old stomping grounds, man. Kiev, ancient Khazaria. That's where they want to go. That's where they need to go. So, um, but anyway, most I, he our shield, he our protection. We in the desert, ain't nothing hitting, nothing. We had no issues at all. Zero. We good. Okay, it just got loud. That's it. The scripture does say, flee the cities. I pray, that this was a wake up call to the brethren that are still living in the cities, out here in Jordan, and know, like, the brothers, brothers know here that, they got to be in the wilderness, but there are some things that they might not be clear about that haven't been discussed, but Most High willing, this shows them, like, yo, the wilderness is barren desert land. It's not, there are I say that because there are parts of the wilderness biblically that cities are in. When our forefathers in the wilderness, all those were cities and towns they were in, right? But there's land in between them where they're just in the land, just on the barren land, desert. So there are certain towns today that exist that are in the wilderness territory, but you're in the city. So you got to check off all the boxes. In the wilderness, we said that the sport should come up on the plain shall perish. You can't be in the plain in the wilderness. You got to be in the rock in the wilderness, So hopefully it's a wake up call for them. Hopefully it's a wake up call for those that went into the land. I'm talking about Israel, and we're not supposed to go on there until we get a new covenant. Like, they're the ones in that land now, about to deal with a retaliatory strike, right? They're going to deal with a retaliatory strike because earlier today, right, mind you, what happened with the first strike on the embassy in Syria, I didn't know about that at all. I didn't know why Iran struck Israel, but that's why they struck them, because the Israelis struck a Iranian embassy in Syria. So then Iran did their thing. Earlier today, Israel shot, I think, like three drones at a nuclear facility in Iran. And Iran, like, basically shot them down, laughing at them, like, that's all you had? Like, we shot them little birds, them little mice, and micro birds. You shot three little micro birds up, and we shot them down. He said, but just for trying to attack us, and mind you, I saw one video that said, you better not retaliate because we retaliated because what you did to us. So if you think that gives you a warrant to hit us back from what we about to do now, he said, our finger on the trigger. We waiting for you to do something stupid. We waiting for you to do something. Any little dumb thing you think you do, ain't gonna be no more Israel, right? Ain't gonna be no more Israel. That's what they talking about. And so earlier today, Israel shot 3 somethings over there. I think drones. And so Iran mocking them, and they said, since you tried to attack one of our nukes, that's going to be our next targets on you. We're about to hit your nukes, mind you. The Dimona nuke in Israel is real close to those of some of the brothers that didn't live in Israel. They live in this place that the government gave them in Dimona, where they got their own like homestead, everything, grow down food, all that. There's dudes over there born in Israel. They don't know nothing else about nothing else, right? From their fathers from Babylon, but they've been there. Anyways, they would be the first ones to feel the even effects of that, right? And it's an extra biblical text, y'all. I've been trying to look for it. I can't find it, but it's extra biblical text. The brother said it's in the Apocalypse of Elijah, right? I got it. I read it. I didn't see it. I don't know if I was reading too fast or what. I didn't see it. It can't be in there. But anyways, it's an extra biblical text that says that people that are in the land, before they get the new covenant, they're going to realize they weren't supposed to be there. And they're going to try to flee out, and they're going to get gunned down, right? Whoever in that state is right now is like an enemy, like, because either you're the fake people or you have accepted that the fake people are in their territories. I'm talking about. You accepted that they are the ruling party and you're down with their government. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the brothers that live in Dimona, they did their 2-year service in the military. Like all the males got to do military service in Israel. Someone went and did the military, everything. And so you target, not supposed to be there, And so can't pray against that prophecy, right? Prophecy said those people they're gonna go in there and they're gonna get that judgment because they went in there first, and that lines up with if you read in the book of Jasher, I think some of the tribe of Ephraim tried to leave Egypt early before the Most High said he sent Moses to bring all of them out, and they went up and tried to run up in the land of Canaan and go get the promised land, and they all got slaughtered. Right? You read about it in the book of Jasher, I think it is. Not in Jasher, it's in Jubilees. So chronology is real important. Prophecy and breaking it down and stuff is really important. A lot of brothers there, from what I hear, they feel like because they were allowed in, that it was a blessing that they got in, and they're going to stay there. They're like, we're not going to leave. Like, we made it in, so it must be the Most High's will. Well, the Most High will got to be done. Yeah, so somebody that wasn't supposed to be in there got to be in there so they can get that judgment. So, but as y'all can see, man, the Medes are stirred up. And instead of Israel's best friend, ally / buddy, Babylon, aka America, they gonna need some help. They fighting Houthis, they fighting Hezbollah, they fighting Hamas, they fighting Iraqi proxies, they fighting Iraqi militias, Syrian militias, and the whole Arab world that they were doing the Abraham Accords with. They backing up off of them. So their only help is America. America said we're gonna help them defend themselves. We're not gonna help them attack nobody, but we're gonna help them defend themselves. The missiles is coming, y'all. The missiles is coming to Babylon. Just like the scripture said. They coming. Right? And so this should give you a clock about the time frame, about the chronology. This not gonna be no tit for tat for another 3.5 years or 7 years. This is about to jump off and blow over real quick to where they're gonna start shooting at Babylon soon. They're gonna start shooting at Babylon soon, y'all. That's what the scriptures say. There's no friend that Iran need to go shoot at first. They shoot any ally of Israel, it's gonna be Babylon, right? Um, Another thing that is supposed to be going on any day now. Okay, mind you, right now or tomorrow is the day that these people that call themselves the people have the Passover and unleavened bread. Right, start tomorrow. Um, you got this third temple killing of the red heifer ceremony. Right, I don't know if I told you about that. That's something that they believe they have to do to usher in the building of the third temple and returning or the coming of the Messiah. This is what they believe, right? This is also prophesied in Daniel, right? And so I think I did a lesson on talking about Pergamos, the seat of Satan, right? This, where Satan's seat is. How they're going to build an altar of Satan in Jerusalem. It could be already built. They don't, they don't tell everybody nothing. And but they wanted quote unquote purify the priest first and kill these red heifers according to the purification law in Numbers. So this thing could be happening any day, which that marks scripturally. That's gonna mark pretty close to 3.5 years, give or take like a week or two, give or take a week or two. All right, that thing's supposed to happen close when they sacrifice it. The building of the palace. I think it's Daniel 11, the second to the last verse in Daniel 11. I don't know if one of it says that he, what this king on the last Roman, Ras Empire, the Roman Empire, he's gonna set his palace between the two seas, which is the Mediterranean Sea and the Dead Sea, right? And when this goes down, this is gonna be ushering in, the beast system worldwide, and the sacrificing of them heifers is supposed to be a sign like, okay, they're trying to start sacrificing. And when they sacrifice, they're going to sacrifice the unclean animal, the abomination, desolation, standing where it ought not to be, as it says in Mark, right? So, a lot of things jumping off, right? If y'all know my spirit, man, I'm good. I'm at more peace now than I was last time I saw y'all. Because now I'm seeing stuff happen so I can know exactly where I'm at. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm like, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen now. I know exactly how it's going to go down. So, um, Babylon, ain't got much time. You know, I was able to meet with a family from Egypt. I met with them a couple years ago. They came to Petra and they came out here right when we had moved. The very next day they came here. It worked out cool. You know, and we was able to fellowship. It was real cool, beautiful family, and and they went back to Egypt, or they went to Turkey. They said they was gonna run up to Turkey real quick and then go back to Egypt. But Yashar, it's we got peoples out here, and it was a little disappointing because they had told me about how there's people in Babylon that know they got to leave, but they think they got time. They're being told they got time, and or they don't have the faith, or worrying about this, worrying about that, and they are walking testimonies themselves because they've been living abroad. So y'all can't be scared, man. Don't be spooked, man. I know we haven't seen the miracles that are all through scripture that our father did with our forefathers, but he's the same power yesterday, today, and forever. He's going to get you back, man. Right? He said he was going to gather us out, all the nation where he scattered us. We're supposed to leave. Let him show you what he can do. Let him lead you. Let him guide you, man. Y'all got to come out of that place, man. Um, they got all the things on. Everything in that country's on high alert. The military, the National Guard, the CDC. Everything is just on national high alert because it's about to go down. About to go down. The place gonna get struck, y'all. Martial law gonna be coast to coast, and in the midst of that, race war gonna be jumping off coast to coast. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think happened, right, on that eclipse. I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. Mind you, Deuteronomy, I think it's 4 or 14. It says, or 14. It says, "Thou shalt not lift up thine eyes to worship the sun, the moon, or any of the host of heaven." Right? Look up that worship. That word worship, we got a couple of different meanings. Right? One of them means just like reverence, give obeisance to. Right? To recognize. Right? So think about it for a second. Everybody in the whole country was looking up at the sun and the moon at the same time, right? Getting excited, taking pictures, right? Exerting some type of reaction energy, right? I didn't know that there was a particle collider in America. It's two of them. Okay, what am I talking about? That CERN device they got over there in Switzerland, France, and other country, where they want to turn it on and circulate particles to open up portals. There's two of those in America. I didn't know that, right? During that eclipse, they turned them both on. Why? Because tell you in the scripture, right, that the hosts of heavens are deities. They are powers. People worship angels, right? The angel of the sun, the angel of the moon, the angel of all these planets, which Haya didn't make no planets. Get out the light. Haya didn't make no planets, right? Those are all fallen angels that people worship. And that's why when Paul and Barnabas did the miracles, those heathens was like, yo, it was like, for the Israelites, that walking the heathen customs, like, yo, man, the powers then came down and among us and called, what was it, Paul, Mercury, and Barnabas, they called him Jupiter, right? Or other way around. I don't know which one is, But it tells you that people worship the host of heaven. You got to think about that. Everybody was looking up, showing reverence, showing attention, showing interest in the host of heaven, man. And they had them portals on up at the same time. I think they also could have sprayed some stuff on people. I think they also could have dumped some stuff on some people, released some stuff on some people because everybody was outside. All right? They've been knowing this thing's supposed to happen since the one that happened in 2017. Right? So, man, there's stuff on there that's going down out there, man. And stuff that's happening in front of our face, and we're not seeing there's underlying things behind it. We don't know what's going on. We need to be praying. If we can't get up out of there, we need to be praying and really getting our spiritual level up in praise and worship and being holy and set apart. I'm going to put these distractions down right now. Put them down. Be talking to the Most High and praising the Most High and thanking the Most High all the time. And just having your mind on fixed on Him. Straight up, y'all. Because, it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long at all. Meats are stirred up and they already shooting. And the first time they shot, mind you, it was 160 drones. But then the total was over 300 projectiles. So they shot drones and missiles. Right? So the first time they shot over 300 forms of attack artillery. It said next time, we're going to come with 10 times more force. That's what Iran said. Said if you retaliate, we're going to come with 10 times more force. They ready, y'all. They ready. So whoever's telling who, y'all got time? No, you don't got no time. I don't be knowing how not to say it to where it's not an emergency, but and not bugging y'all what I'm trying to tell y'all. I thank the Most High, man. He brought me out early, right? And I'm not Joseph, man, but Joseph came and when Most High sent him down there early to help his brethren. So when they realized, oh, we need to go down to Egypt to get corn, he was already there, ready to nourish them to the max, gave them their own land, all of that, right? So I thank the Most High for letting me come out early, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's cool, it's doable, it's nothing. Most High sustain, man. Most High sustain our family, bro. We got everything we need, man. We in the vintage season now, man. All right, got my watermelon, got my cucumbers, got my mango, got my oranges, got my pomegranates, got everything, man. I got everything I need, man. I'm thankful, man. I'm blessed, man. Goes outside. 2 of them about to have babies probably any day now. right? Blessed, man. This is the life we have to go back to. And, you know, all the wicked kingdoms got to get torn down for the kingdom to come, man. So we supposed to live this life, man. Supposed to live this life. I'm not trying to do something to make life hard for myself. I'm doing what the word say, right? So pray, man, that y'all taking heed, man, and coming out of that nation if you can. If you can't get to Jordan, it's cool. Go somewhere else, because that place is prophesied to be destroyed already, right? You don't have much time. You don't have much time, y'all, right? Um, like I said, we're in the preparation. Pray y'all have a effective and productive preparation day, and that you make an everyday preparation for your soul, for your heart, and worship and prayer. If you have any ought with your neighbor, if you have any bitterness in your heart, y'all, deal with it, y'all. Go to your brother in secret and deal with it, okay? Because that stuff is lust of the flesh. It'll keep you from everlasting peace. It's going to keep you from the kingdom. You can't have no issue with nobody. You can't do that. We need to put everything on the table. Anybody got any issues, any problems, fix things in your life. So the Most High don't got no reason to not hear your prayer, especially now. Because later on, he's not going to hear no prayers regardless of whatever's going on. Because it's going to be a famine in the word, right? I see the brothers, man. Seen a couple of videos, even before, months ago. See brothers, man, teaching. And it's like they're begging people to talk to them. Because the truth is out. The word is out, The word is out. And the angle that a lot of the camps had, masculinity, over masculinity, force, loud talking, cussing, even violence in some of them. It made people already have an understanding, like, I'm not talking to them because I heard that already, or because they're just going to try and embarrass me. They're too proud, all of that. Or I know already, and nobody's talking to them. And I'm seeing camps, brothers is out there deep, but ain't nobody to talk to. Because the truth is out there. We're not prophesied to be prophesying this truth all the way up until the return of Mashiach. All right? There's going to be a famine of the word. It hasn't happened yet. Famine of the word got to happen first. That's about to happen. According to Mashiach, when he speaks in Luke, he referenced the days of Elijah. Or was it Elisha? One of the two. And yeah, Elijah, and that is a famine for 3.5 years. The last 3.5 years, which is the Great Tribulation, that's when ain't going to be no truth. Everybody going to be heady, high-minded, lovers of themselves, haters of those that are good, right? We better get our souls right. And who's ever close to us, make sure you're not leaving them behind, and making sure, you walking orderly, holy, according to the fruits of the Spirit, because this kingdom not far. The kingdom of the Most High is at hand, right here, y'all. Straight up, man. So I love y'all, man. Again, apologies for not, coming to y'all sooner. Everything is super straight, and no problems, nothing. And we're gonna see what Iran gonna do next, man. All right, we're gonna see, but keep your faith in the Most High, man. He's available, he's able, he's willing, man. He loves us, man, but we gotta obey him, and we gotta take heed to his word, right? Again, I thank y'all for your prayers. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your blessings. And I pray, man, that y'all, have a blessed Sabbath coming up, right? All y'all that keeping holy days, I'm not tripping on your calendar. Y'all pray y'all have a blessed holy day. If you about to do Passover now, unleavened bread, waving of the sheep, Most High bless your feast days. Most High, purge out the leaven out your souls, and make you holy, sanctify you unto him, right? Much love, Yasharala. All praise to the most holy Ahaya Bahashim Yashai. Kwam Yasharala. Salam.